Welcome everyone to the Sunny Side Up podcast. I'm Johnny.
Oh, you already know who it is. It's your boy. It's the one that you know. The ALLIICO.
Well, I don't know how to top that, but it's your gal, Juliberry.
I'm
That was
Kit.
great.
And I'm Neli.
Dang.
Yeah.
Guys, we're getting the band back together.
The whole gang is here.
Yes. Yes.
This is huge.
We're all
Yes.
back together again.
Oh, we're so glad.
And the people
And the
Oh my
people
gosh.
cheered.
And the people cheered. That means you gotta go to the comment section and use the clapping emoji to cheer.
Yes.
And then everyone
Also-
clapped.
Wait, guys, I know we didn't put this on the talking points, but I saw this thing that YouTube does now. And when you have a video, when you go to post a video, and if you say the word subscribe, the
I saw this
subscribe
too.
button,
Oh my gosh.
the subscribe button lights up. So
It
Wait,
lights
really?
up.
subscribe. Is it lighting up? Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Everyone should
Subscribe.
say it.
Oh,
Everyone
I'm
should,
I
gonna-
had
yeah.
no idea. That's so
I hope
sick.
you know.
I noticed that like a couple weeks ago when I was
I've
watching
n-
some person's vid. It's really cool.
I've never noticed this. I will, but I mean, hey, I believe it. But I hope you know, I will be testing this. So periodically throughout this episode, I will be saying subscribe.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, yes.
maybe when you least expect it.
Counts how many times it actually works. 'Cause
Subscribe.
I gotta
Dude.
know.
Someone in the comments, do a counter of how many times we say the word subscribe.
Subscribe.
But guys, it's been a long time since we've done an episode with all of us here together. How
Since
are we?
last year.
Guys, what's up?
Since
True.
last year. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're doing positively marvelous.
I'm doing great over here. I think.
I'm
I'm
doing great.
I'm
It's
doing
great to be
something.
back.
Yeah.
It's great to be
Ready to
back.
spend Valentine's Day alone. Woohoo!
Yeah.
What do you mean, Julie? I'm on my
Hey,
way over. Don't worry.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, say less.
Oh,
Ah,
cries in California. What?
What?
Just come on over.
Oh, California.
I know. Hey, you know what? Valentine's Day, the only reason why I love the holiday is because it's pink and it has hearts and there's chocolate.
And the chocolate.
I still
Oh my
haven't seen
gosh.
that movie.
I haven't seen it either.
me
I
neither.
just started seeing TikTok clips of it. On that
I've not
puppy.
seen as many as
Strudel,
I've also not
apple
seen any as I thought
strudel.
I was gonna be. Like I saw them for like a little bit. Like I saw like a couple.
Mhm.
The main one I saw was like the meme around it was what's his name? He's a football player. He dressed up as Willy Wonka. Jared Goff. I just looked it up.
Oh.
I've been seeing
Yeah.
like there's just been a meme going around. It's just him. He dressed up as Willy Wonka for
Oh, that's
some holiday. I don't know
That's
what it
kind of
was.
iconic, though.
Mhm.
He kind of pulled it off, though. I won't even lie.
funny.
I love that. Dang, but it's nice to hear that we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty good. It's been a
Mhm.
minute, so it's always
Has.
nice to do a little check-in with
Indeed.
Mhm.
all of us little content creators, the gang of
Yeah.
us.
The
The
gang,
gang.
everyone's doing epic.
I know that's
Yeah.
good.
Everyone's
Very
doing
good.
their thing.
Oh yeah.
We're all doing great. We're doing
Mhm.
marvelous.
Yeah, but speaking of content creation, what's going on with
Mhm.
all these old content creator YouTubers packing their bags and
Yeah,
like hopping off the platform?
I don't
It makes
get it,
me
man.
sad.
It seems
it is
like-
very bittersweet.
It seems like we're in this strange state of like metamorphosis, I guess I would say. Like of
That's
course
a good word.
the biggest thing was of course, MadPad is officially
Mhm.
Moving on
turning
from
over
He
gaming.
hasn't
the
officially
channels.
though, or not like
Not
fully
quite yet.
retired yet.
He's
It's
not
gonna-
fully.
It's
It's like
happening
in
though.
March, right?
Yeah,
But I
next
mean-
month.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean there's officially like a timer on it now. Like
Oh
Ugh,
wow.
I don't want to
there's
think about
officially
it.
like it's officially numbered. Which is weird to think about just because it's always been him, which I know he like talked about that in the video that he made, talking about like how he was leaving and things like that. But I think like kind of at this point, he's kind of put the game theorist to a point where just like, there's other people involved and stuff like that. It's not really just him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can kind of like safely turn it over to someone else and it'll be like a face that like people are familiar with and be like, oh, he's giving the channel to so and so. I know who that guy is. I know he said who he's going to turn it over to, but like to be honest, I've not really watched too much game theory as of late.
Yeah,
so I'm
same
not really
here.
Yeah.
But you know
So he
what you
mentioned the
just
people.
said? It reminds me of the time, like, on Blue's Clues when Steve passed the torch over to Joe.
Yeah.
That just came to mind. Just thinking
It's
about
just
that.
like that.
It's
It's
just
literally
like
just like
that.
that. And I know that was the big one that we wanted to discuss was, of course, Mad Pat switching over, but even like some other like
Yeah, Tom
faces and stuff.
Scott.
Tom Scott was a surprising one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. I had never heard of Tom Scott until I heard he was leaving.
Really?
I feel like I've heard the name bounced around a couple times because of Tom Ska, but Tom Scott, I don't think I watched much of his videos growing up. But when I heard his story,
fair.
I'm like, wow. To have that kind of dedication to your channel it's quite like remarkable and inspirational.
Yeah, it's very fair. Tom Scott is like, he's definitely like no small creator or nothing like that, but I feel like he comes from a very specific side of YouTube, a very specific niche that like, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you almost kind of have to get lucky to get one of his videos like recommended to you. Heck, I'm subscribed to him and I don't even get him that much.
I hate
But
how he does that. I hate it. I hate it.
yeah, which I mean, they do have like the little feed, like you can sort just by like subscribed people, like just people that you're subscribed to, and you can just look through that. But like, man, I use this account for like so long, and I'm subscribed to just so many people that like, it's just so much. And another one, this one's actually pretty new. Like at the time of recording this was like, I think a couple days ago. This was announced, definitely like less than a week. This isn't really someone leaving content creation, definitely taking a new direction that surprised me. Pokimane is leaving Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I saw that.
Yes.
Well,
oh my gosh.
she's not necessarily leaving. She just didn't re-sign her contract, so she can stream anywhere now. She tried
That's cool.
she did it on YouTube. She went live like I think a day or two ago. And then she tried co-streaming. So I think this is like just an era of her trying to figure out like what her next move is, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. I'm here for her. I think she's awesome. She is a podcast too. She is on the move. She made those cookies. She's doing her thing.
Those expensive cookies.
They look good though.
That's true. They do look good, but that's just because I have such a sweet tooth. I'm gonna eat my
They
chocolate
look good
now.
though.
Yeah,
But
it's just very interesting. There's just kind of been this big, again, just kind of like a state of metamorphosis, I guess.
Such
like
a weird time. It's
It is a very
such a weird
strange time.
time. Things are changing. We're seeing things in like these bigger platforms that we've never seen before. Oh my god. Example number 1. I got a notification from TikTok that they are slowly rolling out the option to creators
long
to
form,
post
right?
What?
Long form?
Yeah, 30-minute long TikTok
Oh.
videos
And landscape.
and
Landscape
landscape.
I
formatted
didn't know about
video.
that one.
That's
Yeah, that one's
interesting
like
to me.
just getting announced this week. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I hate that for TikTok. I hate that idea.
Yeah, this is the first time hearing of this, and honestly, I'm not really sure how I feel about that.
I don't like
I
it.
feel like TikTok's. I was a bit iffy when they added like 10-minute videos and stuff like that, because
So was
TikTok's
I.
whole thing has always been short form
content.
Short form content, something that you could watch that'll take like at most like a minute or something, just something quick you can watch. If you're looking to, like, it's kind of like fills that void of like, you want to watch something, whether it's on like YouTube or anything else, but you don't really want to sit down for like 15, 20 minutes. You just want to watch something quick. Or if you just want like a
No.
synopsis of like a piece of news or something like that.
Like all of these platforms are trying to become each other. Like
Yeah.
when you look at like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, they're adding all these features that they all share at this point, and it's like as content creators, where do we go? Like
Yeah.
the algorithm is
think-
just a mess.
Yeah. I think frankly, part of me kind of blames Meta for that. Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call it. Mainly with Instagram. Just because like Instagram is like the king supreme of stealing things from other like social media sites.
They are, dude.
They are like the king, and I think that's honestly why Instagram has been on the down low. Just because like they've lost their identity, really. Instagram's whole thing when they first came out was like it's a picture posting site.
Yeah,
You just
social
post
media,
you post
aesthetic
photos. Yeah, you post photos, whatever those may be, funny memes, just photos of like you on vacation or something like that. You couldn't post anything that didn't have some kind of photo. You couldn't just make a text post like you can on Tumblr or Twitter or something like that. It had to have some kind of like photo to go with it. But then they started doing things like Instagram stories taken from Snapchat. They started trying to do like the long form content thing. I don't know if anyone remembers this because it's like long since abandoned since then, but they had IGTV, which was long,
I forgot
which
about
was
that.
just meant to be like long form content basically on Instagram. Then that didn't really go through, so they got rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started doing like Instagram Reels, which was trying to like be like, like the TikToks and Musically and like things like that. That was supposed to be there. Yeah, back when
And
Musically was a
They
thing.
made Threads, dude.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Oh,
Threads.
that's right, Threads. I don't even use Threads. I
Me
totally
neither,
forgot
but I
about
have an
that.
account,
Yes,
but
I
I
have
never
it.
use it.
I mean, anyone that has an Instagram account has a Threads account, which I
That's
think
true.
that was the only reason Threads did well for a little bit, was just because there was very little barrier for entry. It wasn't like you had to make a brand new account on a brand new site or something. It was just if you already had an Instagram account, which most people did, you already had a Threads account. All you had to do was just download the Threads app, and that was it. And you would already be following everyone you're already following on Instagram that also has a Threads account and like everything. But I think a lot of people, myself included, very quickly realized that it was just, man, this is just not it. It's just not very good. Social media in general is just not hitting the same lately.
Real.
Yeah.
Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, is just not. It just keeps continuing to like decline, and it's like
Everything's
kinda like-
just a mess.
it's
And
like
it's
a
sad
snake.
it's sad to witness.
It's like a snake
Especially as
eating itself.
creators.
Exactly. Because it's
Yeah.
like just watching our platforms burn.
No,
It's just
for
really
real.
unfortunate because, especially because like, I'm sure a lot of like you guys also feel like that's the same way, but like Twitter is a very strong just networking tool for us. That's how not necessarily for like, I haven't really gotten too much use out of it in terms of like as a viewer finding people to watch, but as a creator looking for other creators to collaborate with, or for events and servers to be part of that are looking for members. That has been like paramount for someone like me. I mean, this podcast wouldn't probably not be a thing if I had not found those initial tweets on Twitter and like I was like, I want to join the Quest SMP and stuff like that. I wouldn't like,
Yeah.
like
We wouldn't know
without-
each other without it.
That's
I
true.
Yeah, we wouldn't be sitting in this chair talking about this right now without the tools given to us by Twitter. And it's just really unfortunate to see that happen, just because there's not really any other site that does what Twitter can to the same degree. Like, yeah, there's like
Yeah.
the TikTok for you page and stuff like that. But that's more like if you're a viewer looking for a creator to watch, not necessarily if you're a creator looking for other creators to collaborate with and partner up with and do cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's just
The only
It's
thing
just not the
Twitter
same.
It really isn't. The only thing that I see as a positive thing for Twitter at the moment is getting all of this film and movie news, from what is it, discussing film?
oh yeah, discussing film.
Yeah.
Dude, the movie scene for 2024, bro,
Oh my gosh.
and
I'm
2025.
so excited for what's to come in December.
What's in December? Anything specific?
Sonic 3!
That's right. I didn't realize it
I'm
had been.
So
I didn't realize it had
excited.
already been like announced, like a release date.
Dude, yeah, it's been announced for a couple weeks now, maybe a month.
I must have missed that. Well,
It's
I've been hearing some big news about it and
oh my
some
gosh,
some
so much
possible
news.
claims of a certain
Yeah.
someone making an appearance.
It's
Mhm.
rumored. It is rumored, like heavy emphasis on rumored, that Hayden Christensen will be the voice actor of Shadow the Hedgehog.
wow.
Do you realize how big that would be?
That's
Oh,
crazy.
it would be insane.
It
would-
makes sense for him to like come back because he was just in Ahsoka season 2. He's wanting to get back into the acting world. He's talking with his agents. Like he stated that on the internet in an interview. But like him coming to voice acting would be a game changer. Pun intended,
really
because
would.
Sonic is a game.
It's,
Oh,
it'd be
it really
epic.
would. It would be very cool, to say the
It's-
least.
Yeah, it's super
And
cool.
not to mention that, while we're on the topic of the Sonic movie, another certain someone that we previously thought was hanging up the towel is also saying that they're going to be
Mhm.
coming back. Jim Carrey.
Jim freaking Carrey. The
Which-
man who said he wouldn't come back to do sequels unless the script was written in gold.
And sure enough, I guess they found the gold pen in the closet somewhere.
Sonic
and-
3.
You know that gif
Yeah.
of like the person writing and there's fire like just coming out of the
Yeah.
pen? That's the Sonic 3 script.
They showed him Sonic Adventure 2, and he was like, whoa.
Oh my
I
god.
need to watch those movies again.
Do it. They're
Ooh.
on Amazon Prime.
They
I
were
need
pretty.
to.
They were really good. I really liked the second one.
I did
particularly.
too. I love them a lot. And also
Fine, I'll watch it.
James
fine.
Marsden.
Pull
James
my leg.
Marsden tucks hair
Ooh.
behind ear. James Marsden, so fine, and he needs more awards. Please. That man can act. He's acted with so many CGI creatures.
It's
Where's
true.
his Oscar? Oh man.
Can we give just Sonic an Oscar? Like
Real.
specific, like not
Yeah,
the person
just-
that played Sonic, just Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ben
Character at the
Schwartz.
beginning.
He himself.
Not Ben Schwartz,
onto the
just the
stage.
CGI. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
the CGI.
The CGI Sonic.
And the Oscar
No.
goes to CGI Sonic
CGI
from the
Sonic.
first trailer.
Oh my gosh, ugly Sonic.
Yeah, ugly Sonic from
Bro.
the first trailer of the Sonic the Sonic the
Bro.
Hedgehog movie.
The fact that they got ugly Sonic in that Chippendale Adventures movie. Did y'all
Yeah.
watch that? Oh,
I
No, I
watched it.
didn't.
No.
that movie felt like a
It was
fever dream.
alright.
It
The
was
movie
okay.
was alright.
It was just a movie
was-
full of Easter eggs.
I couldn't tell you a thing that happened in it. It felt like it was kind of just part of that collection that unfortunately has become a new genre of just like how much nostalgia can we fit in one movie, in one 90-minute
Mhm.
block of just like, look, it's that thing you liked when you were a kid. Like that was just what it was the
Yeah.
entire time, and I'm sure like
Everyone point and laugh.
Yeah. They totally just
sure, like-
ruined Peter Pan for
yeah,
in that movie.
No,
Yeah.
It was not.
really?
Yeah, they did.
well,
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
he was the
Yeah.
bad guy.
no, which
It's
honestly,
bad.
like
It's bad, Johnny. Don't watch it.
no,
I
because here
love-
was
Peter Pan.
Here was the
Mm.
thing. I won't get too much into this because admittedly it's a little heavy, but like they very clearly based Peter Pan's backstory in that movie off of
Of
the
a real
original
guy.
actor.
Yes, Oh,
who
it was
played
terrible.
Peter Pan, which just
Oh, I don't
with
know that
how
much of the lore. Hold on.
he was
Yeah.
treated. I won't
It
get too
gets-
much into that because
yeah.
it's pretty heavy.
It's pretty
Okay,
heavy.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, like, just that seemed kind of in poor taste to me.
And they put it in a
They
in a
put it in a
movie.
movie,
In a
Like,
movie.
very much like the quick synopsis of it, but while avoiding the very heavy parts of it, is just that the original person that gave his voice for Peter Pan in the original movie, whose name I unfortunately cannot remember off the top of my head,
It's okay.
it was just kind of the same thing of like he just kind of became too old and he just couldn't really sound like a little kid anymore. So they just kind of
They tossed him out.
kicked him out, tossed him away, and
Oh.
basically made him fend for himself. And unfortunately, things didn't really go too well for him after that. And then
Oh.
that was
Yeah.
basically the backstory of Peter Pan in the Chip and Dale movie, where like, you know, oh, he's supposed to never grow up and he's like a kid forever, but oh no, he's like getting old now. And then they threw him
Oh.
away and they got rid of him. And now
Yeah.
he's
But anyways,
old.
Ugly Sonic was in that movie, so it's
Ugly
just
Sonic was in that movie.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
really.
Dang, guys, call us movie review.
Ooh.
Bro, literally.
Call
Sunny
us
set up.
Dude,
movie
and I
review.
have
movie
I
reviews?
kind of have the inside scoop on a lot of movies with my job,
Ooh.
but you know,
I'm sure you've
know,
signed some stuff.
I've
where you
signed
can't really
some
talk about
NDA
that.
stuff,
Yeah.
but I will say Alliico Brown, who has just mostly been recently casted in Sonic 3, a lot of speculation that she will be playing Maria, who's a character from Shadows Past.
That's gonna be insane if that happens.
That is going to be insane if that
If they
happens.
show that
And
on the big screen.
all the memes that I've seen of it is making me laugh. And Alliico was recently casted as young Furiosa in the Mad Max movies, but she's also in one of the films that my company is doing marketing for. So it was super cool to see her name up on that article that I read. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's been cast in the Sonic movie, and I've seen the movie that she's gonna be in that we're doing marketing for. It's a creature feature with a giant alien spider called Sting. And this
Giant
movie,
enemy spider.
I feel like this one's gonna do pretty decent, considering it's all practical effects. You know, those like good old
Love that.
1980s films with like, you know, Jaws, Arachnophobia, Alien. If you like that kind of vibe of film, you might like Sting. So,
Dude, we are movie review.
we are movie review.
Rebrand. I'm
But-
kidding.
Sunny side up movie reviews.
But I'm excited about Alliico Brown. She's a fantastic little actress, I will say. She's from Australia, but she is, yeah, she's a really sweet girl. I've watched a lot of interview videos of her. So
Oh, yeah, it sounds great. Big stuff going on in movies lately. Especially one that may hit a little close to home for us on account of what kind of brought us all together, but this Minecraft movie.
Oh my god.
This Minecraft movie continues.
I've
The
heard some
more-
things.
The more I hear about it,
Jennifer Coolidge in it?
Yup.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a villager. Her.
oh my god, you look like the 4th of
Fourth of
July.
July.
Isn't
Just want a
like-
hot dog real bad.
Hot dogs in Minecraft. No. This is what? Jennifer Coolidge, Jason Momoa,
Yup.
Yes.
Jack Black.
Black.
and Jack Black, of course.
Let's see. Let me.
How are
see
they
if
gonna
I
make a
can-
Minecraft movie? That's what I
A
don't
few
understand.
other names have been announced too, but I can't remember them off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
those are
Let's
just the,
see,
like the big
I'm-
names that I've.
I'm looking right now. So currently on IMDb lists the cast as Jason Momoa, Jennifer Coolidge, Kate McKinnon,
Oh
Jack
wow.
Black,
Kate
Danielle
McKinnon.
Brooks, Emma Myers, Jermaine, sorry,
Maya
and
Hawke.
Sebastian Eugene Hansen.
I feel like I remember Maya Hawke's name being said, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, please, that's amazing. That'd be amazing.
Now,
Is that not it? I feel like I'm gaslighting myself.
yeah, which it also says here,
That's crazy.
and I'm taking this with a bit of a grain of salt, but it says here, if I'm not mistaken, that Jack Black will be playing the role of Steve,
Yeah.
which
What?
is
Oh yeah.
And you want to know
interesting.
something crazy? Apparently, Steve isn't even the main character in the
What?
How
movie.
can Steve not be the main
Wait,
character of
what?
Minecraft?
Who is it? Alex?
I don't know.
It's
But
actually Ender
apparently,
Dragon.
No.
the Jason Momoa is like supposed to be the star of the movie, but he's not Steve.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe is it following like okay, so because
it
I
follows
had
a
this
villager's
conversation
POV.
That's one
And it's
big
Jennifer
villager.
Coolidge.
That is one tall, buff villager.
No, he's an iron
Or
golem.
actually, what if Jennifer Coolidge is playing like the End Dragon and it's
That's
just
what
like
The
that's
Ender
it?
Dragon.
My God, me and a few people were talking about that literally yesterday. We were because we were fighting the Ender
Oh.
Dragon, and I was like,
Oh,
guys,
yeah,
you know
we
Jennifer.
did.
I was like, guys, you know Jennifer Coolidge is in the Minecraft movie. What if she's the Ender Dragon? And we're all
Alright,
like,
team.
no.
All right, team. We finally made it to the end. It's time to stop the dragon and save the village. And everyone's like, wait, do you hear that? And you hear in the distance, ow.
Stop this madness.
Oh, it makes me want a hot dog real bad. That's like, and then everyone's like, wait, what?
Oh.
Pause.
No, I'm walking out of the theater if that happens. I'm walking out. I
There
gotta
is
go home.
There is a theory, though, of maybe the plot of the movie being more of. Do you guys remember Minecraft Story Mode?
Yes. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, what's his name? He voices Remy from Ratatouille. Patton Oswald.
Oh.
Patton Oswald.
Yeah.
I
He
knew it
plays
would come to me
Jesse.
eventually.
He plays Jesse. Man, I love Minecraft Story Mode, but you can't buy it anymore. There's no way to
Yeah,
like,
isn't that crazy?
There's no way to legally acquire Minecraft Story Mode anymore unless you already like had it.
Huh.
Dude, that's wild.
Which really stinks. 'Cause I was like,
crazy.
man, that would make an awesome stream if I did that one day.
It
Something nice and
would.
nostalgic. But you can't. There's no way at all to legally acquire the game anymore. You
I
just
wonder
can't.
why.
Well, I think a lot of it comes from when it was when Telltale went bankrupt a couple years ago.
Oh, shoot. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Telltale went bankrupt, which was very unfortunate, but you know, they bounced back from it. So like it was like literally everything Telltale related to anything was delisted off of like Steam and Xbox and PlayStation, everything. Like the Walking Dead games, The Wolf Among Us, Batman, Tales from the Borderlands, Minecraft Story Mode, everything was gone from Steam when they like declared bankruptcy. Somehow, some way, I don't know exactly how it happened, but they were able to bounce back somehow because you know they're still doing stuff now. And they brought everything back up, so like all those games, The Walking Dead and stuff, you can buy those again. They're listed again. But for some reason, Minecraft Story Mode was absent from the returning group. I don't think it's ever been said explicitly why that happened.
That's crazy, bro.
It's really unfortunate. It's just like, man,
I remember when that first came out.
I know, same.
Let's see.
I loved it.
Um,
I loved it. And it's gone. Also, wait, I have a question.
What's up?
We have
Nelly,
answers.
Yes.
how was your spaghetti?
My spaghetti is very good. It has meatballs in it.
Meatball!
I've been munching away, so I apologize.
No,
No,
you're good.
you're good.
I wanted the spaghetti update, guys. I
Nice
did.
spaghetti
And for the
update.
listeners, Nelly was eating spaghetti.
I've been
And
eating spaghetti this whole
Yeah.
time.
I
y'all.
needed the update. I love pasta. I love it all.
Dude.
I wanted pasta. I want pasta so bad, but you know what? It's okay because mom got Domino's instead.
Give a big shout out.
Ooh, pizza,
Spaghetti.
pizza.
So I've just
That's
done a
Little
bit
Caesars.
of research here, and I'm going to take this with a grain of salt because the only source of this is like an online forum post from the Microsoft website.
Oh,
Just basically asking, this is about Minecraft Story Mode, just asking why this game was missing, whereas all the other games were listed again, which the answer possibly, or a possible answer seems to be that so Telltale came back because they were like under new management, a new company like took the
Right.
reins and stuff and basically brought them back. But when that happened, certain games they weren't able to like. It didn't automatically have the rights go to them. They did get the rights for some games, like again, The Walking Dead, Batman, Wolf Among Us,
Yeah.
all their like originals and stuff. For some reason, the rights for Minecraft Story Mode did not get transferred over to this new management company. So, because Telltale doesn't really own the rights anymore, it's now Mojang's game, the actual Minecraft developers. So, frankly, the answer is it seems to just be like, if we want to see this game again, it's up to Mojang. And they haven't for some reason. Unfortunately, that kind of confirms me. I don't think we're going to really be seeing it back because Mojang doesn't really have a great history of supporting games that aren't just the original Minecraft.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Dungeons. They're starting to do it
Mhm.
with Minecraft Legends, where they just kind of support it for like a year, maybe two, and then they toss it away and move on to the next thing. So,
07.
yeah.
07.
Which really stinks because I really liked Dungeons. But
I dabbled in Dungeons. I just wasn't good at it. But I liked watching other people play it. I did. And I never got into Legends, but it's a really pretty game.
yeah, I never
Really
got into
pretty.
Legends. I have it through Xbox Game Pass. I never really gave it a try though. I had a couple friends that played and they were just like, "Oh, it's okay, I guess." But that was like
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But man, alas.
I'm excited for the Minecraft movie though. I'm
I am
kind of
too.
scared, but I'm excited. I hope it's good.
Yeah. I'm just interested as to what it's gonna be about.
Like what the story
I
is. Yeah.
I feel like the more I hear about it, the less I know. Like all these like
Yeah.
each like revealed actor or actress or whoever that's going to be involved in it, like they said that I think it was someone that like worked on like designing sets or concept art for the Lord of the Rings trilogy was going to be on the team to help design like
word?
environments
saw
and
that.
stuff like that.
I did see
Wait,
that.
that's fire.
Which no, that's like really
That's
cool. But I'm just like, what? Like, that's just so, like, out of the blue. Like, again, the more I hear about this movie, the less I know. Here it is. I just found it's Grant Major, who worked on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, is going to be the production designer. So he's going to help, like, design the sets and the locales and the places they're going to
Nice.
go.
Oh, that's cool. That makes me wonder if they're
Yeah.
going to get Richard Taylor from What a Workshop to do any like creature stuff.
It's entirely possible.
It
Like,
is entirely.
it's-
What
It's
if they,
entirely
they
possible.
get C418 to do the soundtrack, to do the score?
I need more Minecraft music. Give it now. Right
no,
now.
I think
please.
they actually need that because I can totally like picture there being a sentimental moment in the and you just hear the bum 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 bum.
yeah. I honestly, what I
I
think
would
they're
cry.
going to do. Yeah.
Literally.
I think what they're gonna do, I wouldn't be surprised if they take a same approach to music that the Mario movie did, where like, yeah, it's composed by a new person technically, but it's also like you can
It's, you
hear
know,
a
and
lot of
love.
like
they
the
take
little like
this original theme make it like on a grander scale.
yeah, they take the
Yeah.
little bits and pieces and stuff from all the
Oh,
old
dude,
Mario game stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something
that
like that.
movie had a beautiful soundtrack.
It had a great
The Mario
score.
movie,
Mhm.
like you knew exactly what bits and pieces were from each game in the music,
Mhm.
but it was just completely heightened to like this even more grand scale. Because we all know like the iconic, like nostalgic music from the games and stuff, but in
Yeah.
the movie, they like times 10 and made it like grand and beautiful and huge. I love that movie. I
It
love that
was a
movie.
good
Yeah.
it
It
was a
was
good
so
movie.
good.
Yeah,
But-
Brian
It's a-
Tyler did a great job. Brian Tyler, I think he also did the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. So
Yeah, I
that's
think
pretty
so.
huge.
It was a good movie. I saw it in theaters.
Same.
Almost a year ago now, with my family and things like that. But like, I was watching it. I think my biggest thing is that the pacing was like crazy. Maybe it's because I'm not like 10 anymore.
Yeah,
I feel
it's a
like
kids movie.
I felt like I blinked and in like it was in a completely new place and they're doing something else. Like it's like, oh, we're in like Brooklyn and stuff, and it's Mario and Luigi, and they're doing like plumbing stuff, and then they blink, boom, they're in the Mushroom Kingdom. And I'm like, how did we get here? And then it's like I blink again, boom, Donkey Kong, boom,
Voiced by
race cars, and like boom, Donkey Kong again, and like I'm like,
The laugh
I think
killed.
like legitimately, I don't know if I was like so
No.
like just out of the like I was
Just
being like
set-
whipped around everywhere at once, and I think I was just put in such a state of
I meant
paralysis.
Seth Rogen.
The Mario
Sorry.
movie is the only movie. It's the only movie I've gone to theaters and I've legitimately fallen asleep watching it.
Whoa.
What
Whoa.
movie?
Like I straight
Wait,
up the Mario movie. I
No
fell
way.
asleep.
You're lying.
Straight up, I missed like the entire ending.
You're banned.
I fell
Get
asleep
out.
like sometime after they like left the Rainbow Road, and when I woke up, they were back home, and I'm like, huh.
You're
Oh,
banned.
you missed out.
You are
Can't believe
banned.
you
Yeah.
fell
I
asleep.
went back and watched the part that I missed once it like came to like streaming and DVD and stuff like that. But like I think it was just moving so fast that like I was in a state of paralysis and I got hit with like a status effect, like a Pokemon, and I fell asleep.
Well, it is a very fast-paced movie, but you got to think it is a kids movie and they only had an hour and 30
Yeah,
minutes.
No,
you can
yeah.
only fit
It is-
so
keep their
much
attention.
Mario content in
Yeah,
that kind of
it-
movie.
Yeah, it was just everyone. Maybe it's just because I'm not 10 anymore. But in the
Oh,
movie's
I
not
was on
for
the
me.
edge of my seat. I went with my sister and a few friends, and like me and my sister, we grew up playing these games. We grew up with like the Wii. We grew up with our DSs, and like we would like only play Mario games and the occasional Just Dance. But like we were sobbing the whole movie. The nostalgia hit
Aw.
us that hard. We were like because we also went to Nintendo World together. I took her for her birthday, like the day it opened, and
Ooh.
we got like all this merch, and then we took the merch to see the movie. I had my little Toad plushie. I had
Aw.
I had my Mario earrings. We were so excited. Oh, it's such a good movie.
That's so cute.
Love the movies, guys. I'm
Yeah,
gonna cry. I
which-
love those movies.
Which, speaking of the Super Nintendo World or whatever they called it in Universal, Universal recently announced they're bringing that to the Universal Park in Orlando
Yes.
as part of a
Yeah, I saw that.
a brand new area called like
looks
Epic Universe or
Really
something like
good. It
that.
looks really cool.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise from the Epic Universe thing, because it's going to be like multiple different sections based off of like different movies and worlds.
How to
things like
Train Your
that. So they're-
Dragon, the Dark
That-
Universe with all the iconic monsters.
Yeah, the biggest surprise was that How to Train Your Dragon was getting like a dedicated area.
Deserved.
Well, they are getting it's
Deserved.
definitely deserved, and then they're also getting a live action movie. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
they're building up
True.
hype a lot from movie to park and then park to movie. So it's like that is my like favorite, one of my favorite universes, worlds.
No, yeah, How to
trilogies.
Train Your
Yeah.
Dragon is
Yeah, it's literally on top. It's one
How to
of my
Train Your
top.
Dragon
So
is
excited.
amazing, but it's just like again, it's been just really surprising. Like just it went from like not really having too much like talked about it, and all of a sudden like boom, it's just back. And I'm like,
That's exciting.
boom, mind blown.
I'll be there for the movie.
I
I'll
will
be
be
there.
there. But
Me too.
So
yeah, I think it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Man, this is just like the movie episode.
Dude,
I guess so,
know.
yeah.
And
I guess
I'm
so.
honestly living for it.
Honestly,
I love talking about film so much. Like
I know films,
it's
shows,
literally
movies.
my job. I get so excited whenever I watch films. I always try to guess the score because I have like whole playlists of like movie soundtracks. I always try to guess
Ooh.
who scored, a film that I'm watching in the theaters. I have been correct on like multiple in the past. There was y'all remember that terrible rendition of a Peter Pan movie? It was just called Pan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember. I'm like watching this film. I'm like, what year did it come out? I'm that years old, and like I'm listening to this movie, and I'm just like, this is John Powell. This is John Powell's music because it sounds like, Toothless and Hiccup's Flight music. And, the credits go and they say, boom, John Powell. I'm like, Dad, I was right.
Yeah, you can always kind of tell. And that was one thing I noticed in, this isn't necessarily a movie per se, but this is something that, it's still like inspired and like has to do with like just movies and film. But Bethesda Softworks and Machine Games, the team behind the Wolfenstein series, has announced that they're making an Indiana Jones game.
Yes, yeah.
My heart literally just like jumped. I'm so excited for this freaking game.
And while it's not John Williams making the movie, or the movie, like the score.
The score, yeah.
Sorry, misspoke. Well, it's not him specifically making the music for it. You can tell it's definitely inspired by his style. I believe the person who is making the music, whose name I, again, can't remember, is someone that actually was, like, kind of taught, like, mentored by John Williams, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think I read something somewhere about that. But, man, that game looks great. As someone that like grew up watching the Indiana Jones movies and stuff like that, I'm like, this is gonna be crazy. It's just gonna be like, I just can't wait. It just looks so great. It really stinks though. There's been some people that have kind of just brushed it off because of the fact that the game uses a first-person camera instead of like having.
I found his name, Gordy Hab.
Yes, thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, a lot of people have been kind of brushing the game off just solely based on the fact that it's using a first-person camera. Like, you're from the perspective, and they even said, like, in a preview that they showed, they're like, oh, we want you to, like, feel like you're Indiana Jones, so we have it in first-person camera, so you can, like, feel like it's you, like, punching the bad guys.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Whip and solving the puzzles.
I'm so excited. I love Indiana Jones.
I think it's something really unique. But a lot of people are saying that, like, oh man, it's using a first-person camera. That's so lame. Uncharted is better and stuff like that. Well, they fail to realize Uncharted has directly named Indiana Jones as an inspiration.
That's
like
true.
They have cited, like, yeah, this was inspired by like Indiana Jones and like all those adventures and stuff like that. Uncharted would not be a thing without Indiana Jones. But now people are saying, like, it's an Uncharted clone and stuff like that. I'm like,
bro, Indiana Jones did it first.
Yeah, he did. Indy did it first. I will also say, I was very surprised that the game is using Harrison Ford's likeness for Indy.
I really like that. I like that they're doing that.
Like it. And honestly, like, the more I think about it, the less it surprised me, just because, like, Harrison Ford, he loves Indiana Jones. That's like his favorite thing. Like,
it's his favorite. That's why he came back for a 5th movie. And Troy Baker is doing the impression of Harrison Ford, and he does a fantastic job. Yeah,
he did very good. I almost couldn't tell that it was. That's the one thing with a lot of larger voice actors, and this is nothing wrong. This is nothing bad or anything against them, but certain voice actors just are like the really big ones that are in like everything. Because they're in everything, you can kind of recognize their voice when you hear it, even if they're putting on some kind of voice that doesn't sound like how they normally speak. You can always just kind of tell that it's them, and you listen, you're like, oh, that's so and so and stuff like that. But honestly, I couldn't even tell that it was Troy Baker until I got told that it was Troy Baker. Until it explicitly said Troy Baker is playing Indiana Jones. I just thought it was like an impressionist or someone doing a Harrison Ford impression, which I think it just says volumes. Like it was just really good. I was very impressed.
Also, I'm on the Wikipedia page for the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle right now, learning more about the soundtrack guy. So, Gordy Hab's doing the soundtrack based off the work of John Williams. So Hab previously worked on the score for the 2009 video game Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, which I didn't know was a game. But like 2009, so they're bringing back this guy to do it. So like that's really cool.
Well, that's good. As someone that has like experience already doing like Indiana Jones and things like that, I think that's really good.
But yeah, huge. I love John
Yeah.
Williams. I'm so glad he's coming back for another Star Wars film. Man literally
Yeah.
canceled his retirement plans to come back for a Ray movie.
All manner of folk are coming out of retirement nowadays.
I
Mhm.
guess they're going
Yeah.
crazy.
Everyone's just going nuts.
Go crazy.
It's like,
Go
crazy,
stupid. Go crazy. Go stupid.
so stupid. Man, it's just like
Anyways,
it's
I'm
just
excited.
been a very good time for just like media in general, in terms of like new games coming out, things like
New
that, new
shows, new
movies. It's just like
Mhm.
everything. There's just a lot of like big announcements and things like that coming out, which, you know,
I am
if
sad.
you'll, which I mean, if you'll run with me
I'm
for a
actually
little bit,
standing.
there's a certain game that I'd like to talk about just for a little bit that I've seen on TikTok. A friend of mine brought it to my attention. You know who you are if you're listening to this. Which I mean, I heard about it before, but like, still, I'll give you credit for it. But I found out about this game. So, if you know anything about me, if you've been to like any of like streams and stuff that I'll do, any content, you'll know that I'm a pretty big fan of a certain game called American Truck Simulator. Very simple
Yes.
game. It's a simulator game. You're in a truck, you drive across America, and you do like deliveries and stuff like that. It's a very simple game in like the basic form, and you know, it's nice. It's a very chill game that I'll put on sometimes when I'm like streaming and things like that, just to have something cool in the background. It's basically like I basically treat it like a glorified just chatting stream. I'll just put on some nice music, I'll drive for a little bit, and I'll just like talk with chat or talk with whoever's in a Discord call with me about whatever. And there has been another game, completely different group made by, I think it's like a smaller development company is making it, called Star Trucker.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, what is this thing?
So Star Trucker is basically in concept the same as American Truck Simulator, except you're in space. So you're driving a
Oh,
space
word?
truck. You're driving
I love that.
You're driving a little space truck, and you're going on like the space, like a space highway. I will. We don't have to like put this on the screen, good old editor, if you don't want to, because it's a video and not an image. But I will put this clip I found from TikTok from the official account in the No Mic podcast, just so you guys can see a sense of what it looks like. And again,
Oh my gosh.
our good editor, if you wish, you may put this on the screen for a little bit. Whatever you want. I'll leave it up to you. I trust your judgment, Paul. You go. You go. Go you. But this game, they made this specifically for me. They made it for me. This is a game that caters to me specifically and scratches a very specific itch. It's that, like, it's just the same vibe of just a very chill trucking game where but now you're going through space. You're on like a little space highway and stuff, and you're just making deliveries in your cool little space truck. It just looks very fun, and it's just, the art style looks very appealing as well. So, suffice to say, I'm excited for this to come out. Whenever it comes out on Steam or anything, I will be there no matter what.
Heck
I will
yeah.
be there.
It looks
I'm
like
gonna stream it.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stream it. This game, they made it for me. They made it specifically for me.
They made it for you.
They made this just for me. Space Trucker Alliico. It's like they heard me. It's like I like spoke this into existence, and they had a little microphone in my room, and they're like, "It's time."
Watching your
need-
every move. What? I'm playing.
What? What? But like they just knew. They knew. It's just, I'm very excited for it. It looks very, very cool, very unique. Especially because like most space games aren't really just about exploring space, you know? Like even like usually it's like a Star Wars type thing. Like you're in space and you're gonna go fight the bad
Wars mentioned.
guys.
Oh my gosh.
Star Wars mentioned.
Star Wars is.
Yeah.
That's a Star Wars reference.
Star Wars reference!
Yeah.
Star
But
Wars,
it's
Star
like,
We got TIE
Wars!
fighters coming in inbound!
yeah, but it's like a Star Wars type of thing where it's like you're in space and you're about to fight the bad guys, or it's like something like Alien where it's like, ooh, it's like a scary space game and there's some scary alien that's trying to like get you or something.
It's
Even
the
like the ones
space
that
worm
are,
from the asteroid from Empire
yeah,
Strikes Back.
yeah,
I
or like
love things taking place in space.
space is awesome. So it's really nice to have a game like this, Star Trucker, that is kind of just like, it's a space trucking game, no strings attached. That like it's not like, oh, you're gonna have to fight the space pirates and stuff like that. Like there's not really like action. Like it's just chill. It's just good vibes. You're
We
just chilling.
we need more things taking place in space. I
Yes,
think. I
I
concur.
agree. I agree. You need more. We need more just like cool little space games. We could use some like some more like chill games.
I just
I
want to be
feel
an
like
alien in a spaceship or something.
ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we just need more like chill vibe kind of games in general. I feel like the like chill, cozy kind of like game genre has, and while these games are not really bad, I feel like they've all just kind of become these like, oh, it's the little like pixelated art style like game about farming and stuff like that. I've seen so many games
Mm-hmm.
that fit that description. And while those games are cool, they're personally not my thing, but there's an audience out there somewhere. But I was like, man, it's like, surely there are other like games that are
There
like chill
is.
and
There
cozy
is.
and
You
stuff that
just
don't fit that bill. But
hold
I feel
on.
like those are the only ones I hear about.
Nah. This cozy game that I played like once, but I haven't played again because, you know, long-term cozy games, they don't grab my attention sometimes unless I'm like really into it. But there's this really cute one that I kind of want to get back into again. It's called Lottlenot, and it's underwater, and you are this little astronaut guy, and you just go around and you just clean like little Wally or something. You just dispose all your trash, and like the little portal guy in your intercom tells you, don't grow attached to the little axolotl things that are following you around, but the story goes on. You do get attached to them, and you try and help them, and you clean up
Oh,
their
so it
home and
has
stuff.
so it
It's
has like a
got
story.
story. It's got like a little bit of plot behind it. So I'm like, this
Oh,
is pretty cool, and I
okay.
think you'd get into it. To be honest, Alliico.
That sounds interesting. You'll have to like send me
I
more
will.
about
I
that.
will. It's on
And I'll look into
Steam.
that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting, in it.
Yeah, I'm like these chill games that have like these different styles and stuff. They're out there somewhere, but again, I feel like the only ones I hear about are like again like the Animal Crossing adjacents and like the Stardew Valley like type things where it's again nothing wrong with either of those games, but like it's just there's got to be other ones out there,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
for
totally
sure.
get it. And
Yeah.
I love Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing and stuff like that, but I want another game that is cozy, that isn't building and farming,
Yeah,
if that
building a
makes sense.
house and like you're farming in a little village and stuff like that. One game that I really like, granted it's a bit of like a different kind of vibe, but I also consider it like a cozy game. It's a visual novel called Valhalla, which if you haven't
Mm.
heard about it, it's like again, it's a visual novel where basically you play as like a bartender in like a cyberpunk city.
Yeah.
So like, you make little drinks and it's just like a little mini game and you just kind of like talk to the people you're serving the drinks with and stuff like that.
Oh, I think Lyra told me about this.
It's
Mhm.
a very good game.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to finish it, admittedly, cuz like oh poor me. I kind of like I love the game to death. I love everything about it, but like, I just kind of struggle to stay into visual novels like that for like long term, but
Mm-hmm.
one day I'll get to it. And then when I do, it'll be awesome and it'll be great. But
Yeah.
One day.
yeah,
One day.
this is just like the film and game episode.
And I'm down
We
for
just
that.
honestly, I'm down for that. There have been some cool announcements lately, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just cool to like be able to like talk about those and stuff like that. But I mean, even outside of games and stuff like that, there's just been a lot of big news, especially in the sports world as of late, especially with a certain Super Bowl that's coming up. There's been some big news and talk around that.
Taylor Swift just announced a new album.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
like just
What?
now. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Taylor Swift
spoken
announces
into
her
existence.
11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department, out April 19th.
April
Oh.
19th.
Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out.
This is live reaction, by the
This
way.
is live
just
reaction.
No, this
happened.
just
I'm
happened.
posting a picture of this in No Mic. Look at that.
Put it in.
I did.
Put it in.
The Tortured Poets Department. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's
this is
gorgeous.
probably, you know why? This is probably because I'm pretty sure the Grammys are going on literally like right
They
now.
are. I just opened Twitter to post that little Lottle Knot
Yeah.
thing, and I found the Taylor thing. Everyone's tweeting about it.
Yeah. Which is really funny. It's really funny how right when I bring up the Super Bowl, this happens.
Taylor Swift comes out of nowhere. Wait, that is funny.
That's real.
I'm
That's just a
sorry.
really funny coincidence. No, you're fine. That's just a really funny coincidence that it happens right when I start talking about it.
Oh my god.
But
Taylor Swifty. Man,
Taylor
I'm not a Swifty,
Swift.
but I feel like I have so much respect for her and her music. I really
Girl,
do.
same.
yeah, I personally, to be fully honest, Taylor Swift's music is not really my thing. I don't necessarily like dislike Taylor Swift though. It's just like, yeah, there's an audience out there. People love it. People love her.
Yeah.
Personally, it's just not really my thing. It's not for me, which
I'm
is fair
kinda-
because I'm not
yeah.
the target audience. I'm
I'm
not
with you
the
there.
I'm not the group of people that she's trying to appeal to, which is fine.
But I have so much respect for that woman, and she is a talented and amazing songwriter. She
Yeah.
has bangers. She does
She
have
does.
some bangers.
She has bangers.
Though I will
But anyways,
say,
the Super Bowl.
Anyways,
I
the
will
Super
say,
Bowl.
look, anyways, Taylor Swift, great artist, you know, but there is one name that steps up above her. All right,
SpongeBob.
Squidward Tentacles
Oh.
and the band at the Bubble Bowl had the greatest single of all time.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet,
Ding 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 ding. Ding ding ding
They had the greatest.
ding.
They had the greatest title, the greatest single album of all time, and they're
my
gonna do it
gosh.
again. They're gonna do it again,
And they're
at the
gonna do
Super
it
Bowl.
right this time. Remember the last time they teased that?
Yeah, which that's honestly kind of why I felt very mixed on it, I guess, in terms
Yeah.
of like, yeah, they're finally doing Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl, and what they've been teasing, from how they've been teasing it, it looks like it's going to be something pretty big. They've been teasing like a lot of like the CG animation and stuff like that, so like it's going to kind of be that same animation style that like the new SpongeBob movies have been in, which looks cool, granted, but like, man, I'm like, I can't help but feel like it shouldn't have taken this long to get it. I feel like
Real.
if they had done this like a couple years ago when we had asked, this would have been like the front page of everything everywhere. And then they faked us out and gave us Travis Scott. And he sang sicko, and he did sicko mode. And I went sicko mode because I was like, man, what the heck? At the time, I was like, fine. I was like, okay, at least we got like something. You know, at least they like acknowledged that like, hey, this was something that people wanted. But man, it just kind of like, it just felt very like, it wasn't really anything too crazy. Especially because like the reason people were asking for it was because that was shortly after Steven Hillenburg had passed away. So, and they wanted it to kind of be like some kind of tribute to him and everything that he was able to accomplish with making SpongeBob and things like that. So I hope, you know, while it has been a bit since then, and the hype around a Sweet Victory Super Bowl halftime show has kind of died down a bit, I'm hoping that they still give some kind of tribute to Steven Hillenburg, because ultimately, at the end of the day, that's why we wanted it in the first place.
Rest in peace. Ooh. Yeah. Sad.
Yeah,
But
there's been a lot of
I'm excited.
there's been a lot
to
of
see it.
talk around this Super Bowl, and unfortunately, a lot of it has not been very positive. People do
Man,
not seem very happy with how things are turning out.
I'm not much of a Super Bowl viewer. I'm probably not going to go to a Super Bowl party, but you know dang well I'm going to watch the halftime show and eat my buffalo chicken dip.
Dude, the
that
halftime and the commercials.
and the commercials.
Mm,
The
They've kind of
commercials
flopped in the past years.
in the past they
Yeah.
have, but I'm holding out because I saw something with State Farm and there being like some cinematic movie thing on Twitter. So like, I hope they pull through.
yeah, I did see that. That could be really cool, depending on what that turns out to be. But a lot of the commercials, especially like just during the regular football year, have just not been very great as of late. It's just, I hate to like sound like I'm like a hater like that, but it's been a lot of just Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, because they're both doing really well. So everyone's talking about those guys. And like, I'm sure they're fine people, but it's just like, man, show me someone else. There's other people that play this game, and there's other people on the team. Show me those guys.
That's fair.
I'm sure they got cool stuff going on, you know. But they're just showing him. They're just showing those guys.
Yup.
Yeah.
Well,
Alas.
alas.
But hey, at least the Swifties seem very excited that Taylor and Travis Kelce are going to be going to a Super Bowl. So, hey,
Yeah.
good for them. Good for them, I suppose.
Mhm.
You know, they're getting what they wanted.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well.
Well,
Dang.
dang.
Look at us being little media broadcasters.
Dude,
Oh,
literally.
indeed.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
It's like people should like subscribe or
subscribe.
something.
Oh, I've not been doing it.
Whoa, did it glow?
I've not
Did
been
the
doing
button
it.
glow again?
Subscribe.
I
Subscribe.
I
Subscribe.
completely forgot. Editor, I'm gonna give you a nice clean voice bite of me saying subscribe. Can you just like sprinkle this in the past like 40, 50 minutes that we've been recording? Hold on.
Oh.
Subscribe. There we
Oh.
go. Just make it look like I've been saying it the entire time so that, I look responsible and stuff. But
Also, you guys, you should subscribe to each of us or
Oh, yes.
follow each of us on Twitch.
subscribe.
The links are down below. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
our
so
newly
crazy.
refurbished description box.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
Mhm.
Look,
We
And
got a
you
little
should-
glow up.
and you should especially subscribe. If you're watching this, all right, where are all of our Sunny Side Up followers watching this on the Apple Vision Pro in their living room?
I really.
Right?
Oh, Lord.
If you're watching this on an Apple Vision Pro, I don't know. Just click
Oh
like.
gosh.
subscribe.
Just make sure
money.
you're not driving and watching this at the same time on your
Have
Apple
you
Vision
seen-
Pro.
Have you seen that
This
video
is
of the guy that's
It's-
driving?
I literally sent a video of some idiot driving in his fancy metal box car with that thing on his face. And all the responses I got from my family members were, wow, that's a good way to up the death toll quickly. Or, you know, like, what an idiot.
New statistic dropped.
New statistic. Stop.
Like,
But, like,
they're, what, 3.5K? They're expensive, aren't
Yeah,
they? They're
they
so much
are-
money.
they're a pretty penny to get your hands on one of those. And it's just like I don't really like get it, because it's like what can an Apple Vision do that my phone can't? Granted, I've not really
Exactly.
looked into it too much, but it's like all the things I've heard about it have just been like, it just seems like it's trying to be the replacement for like the smartphone, as opposed to something that's like coexisting or like some kind of accessory that goes with a phone. It just seems like it's trying to like replace it, which I don't think is going to happen, at least not anytime soon, just because, like, man, look, I'll be real. If I saw a dude with an Apple Vision Pro in public, I'd laugh at them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
look so,
I
they
would
look so silly.
and laugh and go,
Yeah.
idiot.
They just look so silly. There's a video going around of this guy just walking down the street while wearing it, and he's just like grabbing at stuff in the air that's just like not there, And maybe I just sound like an old like boomer fart talking about this in the way that I am, but like it just looks silly. You just look silly
does.
doing that. You're just like grabbing at nothing. You're like a bad mime with a weird goggle thing on.
Please.
A bad
Like
mime.
it just looks silly. It looks
It's
goofy.
very silly. That
Looks
idiot
weird.
walking across the crosswalk with that thing on his face,
Yeah,
stopping in the
and
middle of the
he's like,
street,
do, do, do.
moving
I'm like,
invisible
stop.
blocks. Stop. You're so. Ugh.
How's your spaghetti, Nelly?
Very good.
Oh yeah, you can tell. You can tell they're enjoying it.
Oh, you can tell. Nelly's getting a
Dang.
real kick out of this
Oh,
spaghetti.
gosh.
Homemade spaghetti meatballs. I am happy. I'm almost done with
Marvelous.
it. I know it's taken me a long time, but it's just the fact that I'm like, man.
You have
listening
eaten this
to-
spaghetti for
I know.
nearly an hour.
I am a very slow eater. At one point I was just like, all right, I'm gonna take a break, but it's so good.
No, I can't blame you.
Do not worry, I am here. I have been listening. But
You're
No,
good.
I don't
Fuel
doubt it.
your
Food?
body. It is
Oh my
important.
gosh. Food
No,
is
I don't doubt
so
it.
amazing.
Man, what if we like got like what if we had like a special like podcast episode? We all just like bring breakfast. And we're all just
my
we're all
gosh.
just sharing a nice
Ideally,
meal.
it'd be IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll have one.
It'll
podcast.
happen one
Anaheim.
day.
Anaheim. Maybe one day,
Maybe.
1 year,
Maybe.
some
We'll
way,
see.
somehow. We'll make it happen. An in-person Sunny Side Up episode, it would shake the earth.
It would.
Well,
World's not ready for something like that. One day.
one day
They're
for
just-
sure.
They're just
One
not ready.
day.
Because
If we did it
One
now-
day more.
Another day, another destiny.
Destiny. There's none new
Dang.
over
Another
Calvary.
day, another victory,
Victory for the
OGs.
OGs.
Taking down the sweats, the imposters among us.
The imposters among us.
The
Dang,
imposters.
guys. How long have we been going? Is there anything else we want to talk about?
It says here we've been going for just a little bit.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
So true.
Yeah.
And
Well,
follow
we've
us
been
on
going
Spotify.
for-
Give us a 5-star rating.
Yes.
Real.
It says here we've been going for just a little bit over an hour.
Dang.
So I mean,
Look at us go.
I
I
feel like we could
mean-
wrap this up nicely with a bow.
I think
Mhm.
I think we could do exactly that. I mean, we had a lot of topics to talk about, and I think we were able to get through most of them, and we did it with ease and with style. As far as I'm concerned, we're back. We're so back. Look
We're
at
Yeah.
us.
so back.
Sunny Side Up, the film episode.
Oh.
Woo!
And guys, for our closing remark, it is my pleasure to announce the Sunny Side Up movie coming
Yo!
out right now.
I'm gonna play the
Starring
role.
Chris Pratt.
Starring Chris Pratt,
Oh my God.
right? Starring Chris
and Jack
Pratt
Black. Don't
as
forget Jack.
Neli
And Jack
Gamehuntress.
Chris Pratt, Jack Black, what are
Jennifer
other
Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge. I think
um,
who should play me, guys? I think Danny DeVito.
should play you.
Yes, guys, I'm happy to announce that I will be depicted by
They use
John
him in lots of
Mulaney.
movies too. John Mulaney, please.
John Mulaney we've been working very closely together. He's been method acting. He has, he's been getting used to the Alliico lifestyle. It's not for the faint of heart, but he's powering through it. He's almost indistinguishable from the real thing. I think you guys will be
No.
pleasantly surprised when the Sunny Side Up movie hits theaters right now, immediately following the end of this episode. Right now. I'm not joking. I'm serious. Right now. But it
Whoa,
only
right
shows up
now?
if
I gotta
you
go get my
subscribe.
popcorn.
But it only shows up if you subscribe.
Whoa.
It only shows up if you subscribe.
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 Wait, it'll only show up if you what?
Subscribe.
Some would
Okay.
say if you subscribe.
Subscribe.
And
Watch
give us
it
a
not
5-star
work.
rating on Spotify.
Watch it not
It
work.
actually
and
works
we
for
just
everybody
sound-
but us.
We just sound crazy.
We're not
We just
monetized
sound-
yet, guys. That's why.
Yeah. Oh,
Dang.
one day though. One day.
one
I
day
mean,
more.
Another
I'm-
day,
Hey,
another
another
destiny.
I mean, they lowered the requirements and stuff for monetization, I think. So hey,
Mm-hmm.
it might
They
be
did?
closer than you think.
Bro,
Yeah,
on
they
my
did.
way to my YouTube. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, they have like 2 separate levels now. So like originally it was just like the YouTube partner type thing, where that was like you got all the money making stuff, like the super chat, the channel memberships, ad revenue, emotes, and all that stuff. But now they have like 2 separate things. So it's almost like a Twitch affiliate versus partner type thing.
Yo.
So now they have like a lower program that requires like less smaller numbers, like a smaller sub count. I think I don't
I think it's
remember how much
500.
exactly, like 500, and like a smaller view count and things like that. And that's how you unlock like the memberships, like the super chat and stuff like
Oh
that. And then
yeah, I'm looking at it now.
yeah,
That's
so
cool.
hey, maybe if we get on our grind, sunny side up subscriptions, sunny side up emotes, it's coming out. Sunny side up
Exclusive
live stream.
episodes, maybe? Question mark.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Maybe
I
one day
guess
we'll
we'll
get
see
that.
what the future holds.
We'll have
We
to see what the
shall.
future of the Sunny Side Up podcast holds. But it's a story for another time. I don't think the world's
Mhm.
I
ready
know,
for
and with
news like
that,
that just yet.
we leave you with this. Have a good day and subscribe.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Subscribe.
Woo.
Hold on. Baba. Let's see if we get it this
Boy.
time.
Baba boy.
Baba.
Booey.
Goo gooby.